Hi! I just wanted to share a few tips with you that I do to keep my home presentable. Now, notice I use the word presentable and not perfect, not Pinterest worthy, but presentable. That if people were to just drop by, I wouldn't be humiliated or embarrassed, since God calls us the keeper of our homes. It's kind of like when people come over, they get to see what kind of job we're doing. And so, to honor Christ and just not have to be embarrassed, I try to keep my home presentable. So, that can be hard, especially with 6 little kids. So, I just wanted to give you some tips. First, I'll just kind of pan my house real quick. This is not perfect, but this is what I would consider presentable. So here's my living room. Here, actually, I'm going to turn it like this. Here's my living room. So we've got a book over there. We have another thing over there. So there's a few things on the couches, a few things on the tables. But I feel like if someone came over, I wouldn't be embarrassed. It looks lived in, and not perfect. As a side note, this is a really fun thing that I'm happy we purchased. I went to a school like sale that they were having at the end of the year. They had a little library cart, and I got a can of spray paint for like $1, and I spray painted it blue, and then that's where we keep all of our books, the board books or kid books, and we keep that in the living room. That's the only toys we have in the living room, which is one of my main points for how to keep your house presentable, is have a place where you have the kids keep their toys. Don't have them in the bedrooms, in the living room, dining room, all around if you can. I know some are limited on space, but if you can have one room, even if it was one bedroom where you kept toys limited to, or a spot in your house, that really helps. So we keep all of our books limited to this. This also helps with not purchasing too many books, because basically I don't buy more books than what fits in here. So sometimes if we're going to get some new books, I will go through there and take out however many books we're going to purchase, so I don't have a ton of books. And after all, your kids are not reading every book you have, so you try to find their favorite ones and keep those, and then get rid of the ones they don't read, and that way you don't have a surplus of books laying all over your house that never get read. So here's our craft table. So this table's kind of messy right now, but the kids were doing something with construction paper. Another dining table in my kitchen is kind of messy, but not too bad. So I took a few notes here. One thing that we try to do is not have much clutter. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but I have a lot of trinkets and things. And the only pictures we have on the wall are pictures of our family. So not a lot of trinkets. Like, there's some conditioner spray. This dresser right here we use for our guests, and so tonight we have home fellowship, so I need to fill that with water and cups, and I put coffee up there, but not a lot of trinkets. Up on the fireplace, for example, that could be a tempting place to store things or throw things, but I just put pictures of our kids up there, and so we don't place things up there. Let's see, what was the tip that I had? So try to minimize clutter. Try not to bring stuff into your home that doesn't serve a purpose or function or isn't something that you love. And we do schoolwork. If you homeschool, we do schoolwork 5 days a week, but we do it year-round so that we don't have to do an exorbitant, trying to use a big word here, so that we don't have to do a large amount of work every day. And so we do it year-round, and then we just take random weeks off, like when we go to our church camps, or when I have a baby, or when I'm really sick and pregnant, or something like that. But for the most part, we do school year-round, 5 days a week, and then we take Sundays off and Wednesdays today because we have a home fellowship. So we do what I call deep clean Wednesday. So the emphasis is on cleaning. So I just got done doing the downstairs bathroom that often gets neglected, and we just dedicate that day to cleaning. And I think that really helps in keeping our home clean, just having one day every week where we all pitch in and we look at it as a team and we work together to clean the house and do things that get ignored during the week. The last thing that I would say is a tip to keep my house presentable is I clean throughout the day. So rather than doing all my cleaning in the morning or all in the evening, I try to clean throughout the day. So what I do is during school time we have a 30-minute timer set, and every time the timer goes off I say, okay, 12 item pickup, and then we reset the timer for 30 minutes, and the kids run around and pick up 12 items and put them where they belong. So with 3 big kids, that's 36 items every 30 minutes, and it really helps to keep the house picked up and presentable. And then also we just do chores throughout the day. So after they finish their schoolwork, I don't know if you guys got to see my chore video yesterday, but we'll often do that where I write the chores that need to be done down on pieces of paper, cut them up, and then they pick them out like a little raffle. And then we run around and do that for an hour and listen to music. So yeah, I like to clean throughout the day. And then I don't know if you've heard that saying, your morning begins the night before, but I definitely believe that. So I try, if I have some energy left when my kids go to bed, to at least finish the laundry and the dishes. And that way I don't wake up tired and needing my coffee and also waking up to a stack of dishes and laundry. And I always am thankful in the morning that I did that the night before. So those are my tips. Try to minimize clutter. Don't buy things or bring more things into your home that you don't need or love, or that don't serve a function. And do schoolwork year-round. I know that may not work for everyone, but you could try it out. I like to take random weeks off. I know Janelle, the one that I do this ministry with, she does, I believe, 4 weeks on, 5 and 1 off. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, Janelle, but just having a week or a time where you can recoup, I think is better than taking a whole 3 months off, but some people don't agree. And then the last thing is clean throughout the day. Don't just save it for when people are coming over and everyone's stressed out, and then your kids never want to have anybody over because mommy's always freaking out whenever people come over and it's not any fun. You just want to keep that to a minimum, and the best way to do that is clean throughout the day, throughout the week, little bits here and there, and have your kids pitch in. We really talk about how the Lord has blessed us with a home, and it involves team effort in order for us to steward it well. But us as mamas, we are like the captain, and we need to make sure that those things are happening. And then we're not getting too distracted with things that don't matter, because in Titus 2 it actually says that we can blaspheme the word of God when we're not keeping the home. So let's do that, ladies, and I would love to hear any tips that you have to keep your home presentable, and so put those in the comment section below. Okay, God bless.